Hello, everyone. I am back live, but this live format will be different from what I usually do because it is a format that will include me speaking on a topic and you responding to it. There's something going on here. Let me just something's going on here where it says it's private. So I'm trying to make it live for you guys. Okay, there you go. There we go. Now we're in business. Okay. So, I don't know if any of you've seen from last week that I have basically suspended all I Ching, Oracle, and Tarot readings. And the reason why I have suspended all I Ching, Oracle, and Tarot readings is because we have been seeing the continuation of scammers who pretend to be me offering you, pretending to be offering you private messages for money. And at first, I thought, okay, you know what, I could deal with this, but I'm finding that the scam continues to go. And it was literally, I felt the universe, my spirit guides telling me, don't do it anymore. Don't do it. Don't do these readings because there was just a negative energy around this. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to listen to the spirit guides. I'm going to listen to the universe. I was getting very, very strong messages to not do it anymore, even though I love doing it and I do it for my own self. And, so many of you come to me and ask me for private readings, and I don't ever do private readings. And so, because the reason why I went live to do those readings was so that I wouldn't have to charge you. Because if I do private readings, then I would have to charge you and I would have to charge you a lot of money. So that's why I've never done private readings. That was one of the reasons, but other reasons, I am insanely busy also doing other projects right now. So what I have decided to do was to still come on live and talk about topics that really are important to you, really are important to you. So if you have a topic that's important to you that you want me to talk about, uh, you could email me at questions@yinandyangliving.com, questions@yinandyangliving.com. And so send me any topics that are important and I will, my intern will go over it and we'll see which topics are most requested. So this session is really going to be about just the topic of manifesting your dream life. Now, that sounds really hokey. I was like, well, come on. How can you say that to me? That feels unrealistic. Right now, I'm in debt. Right now, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. I don't know how I'm going to eat my food and all of that stuff, but just bear with me. So let's first clear the energy of the room and then we will get started with this because this is really the secret. The secret, I'm giving you a secret to really manifesting a beautiful life. Okay, so let's just clear the energy of the room before we get into it. Dear God, angel, spirit guide, send masters, divine creator, thank you so much for allowing us to create this sacred space. Thank you so much for allowing me to impart messages, these higher messages of wisdom, spirituality, and guidance for the user so that they may truly manifest their best life. Thank you so much for removing any low frequency energies from this room that do not belong in this room. I thank you so much for allowing this session to go off without a hitch. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, just to remind you before we start, the 69 moons, please try them out. I want to get your feedback. The Yuping Fang San herbs are to help support your immune system. And the Xiaoyao Sun Plus is help to focus and calm the mind. And they're both based on traditional Chinese medicine formulas. We added more herbs to the formulas to have better efficacy. So I take the Yuping Fang San every day myself, especially during these winter months. I take Xiaoyao Sun when I need it. So check them out at shop.yinandyangliving.com, shop.yinandyangliving.com. Okay, so let's get into this topic of manifesting your dream life. So again, I want to acknowledge those of you who are going through a lot right now, because I understand everything is the energy of the planet is extremely heavy, and we understand that. And the planet is going through a massive reawakening, massive changes. It's turning a massive leaf. And so sometimes when this happens, a lot of things happen that feel like low frequency, that feel like that feel like there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of feeling of uncertainty. And so everything that I speak about is in terms of energy and metaphysical. Why? Because I'm very passionate about energy systems. TCM, actually traditional Chinese medicine, is based on energetic system. That's why I take Chinese herbs every day, because the principles are all about energy. And so let's get back to really the essence, the foundation of what this universe is built. Who are you, and how are you built? You're built based on energy. The quantum physics, if you really study quantum physics, you will see that you are 99.999% energy. That's what you are. So what you see, the skin, the bones, the hair, these physical manifestations come out of energy, and it's only 0.0001% of who you are. So all this physical manifestation is only 0.0001% of you. So you are essentially energy, 99.999% energy. That's what you are. And so in order to have and build and create and manifest this life, it's all about being in alignment with that energetic flow. Because if the essence of you, if you're 99.9999% energy, and that is just your essence, then you must be aligned with that energetic flow in order for those physical manifestations to happen, right? So any person that you meet, any job that happens, money that you create, health, all those love relationships, all those things are born out of energy. All of it. All physical manifestations are born out of energy. So the work that we want to be doing, and this is where a lot of people struggle, this is where people struggle so much, is that they keep being stuck in the physical realm because they observe things in their physical world like, Moon, I only have, $1 in my bank account. How can you say that I am abundant? How can you say that I am abundant when I only have $1 in my bank account? Right? It's because you're putting your observation into the wrong place. You're putting observation into the physical manifestation. That's just a byproduct of past energy. That's all it is. And so you're observing the wrong direction. You want to be observing where you are energetically, because energetically, you are abundant. You are abundant energetically. But when you observe the physical things that are happening in your life, whether how much money you have in your bank account, what relationship or lack of relationship you have, or what job or lack of job you have, those are physical things that you're observing. And if it's not it's not something that you desire, you feel lack. You feel lack. You bring in the lacking thoughts, you bring in the lacking feelings, and then the universe, because it's constantly meeting you where you're at, is showing you the same thing over and over and over again. And this is what most people do. This is what most people do. So your life becomes just this vicious cycle. You're just doing this, you're spinning your wheels like this, and you're not getting anywhere. You're not moving upward. You're not building that energy for creation because you keep thinking and feeling the same way. The universe keeps showing you the same thing, and you're on this vicious cycle. So what it is your power is within yourself, because why? Your thoughts and your emotions. It's all of your resources, your infinite abundance of resources is within yourself to be able to shift your energy, to be able to shift your energy to align with the universal forces of energy that the universe has. The universe is infinitely abundant. You know, when people say, if somebody has more money than me, that means that I have to be poor because somebody has a lot of money. That's not true. That's not the way the energy of the universe is. You see how we have billions and billions of galaxies around the world? And why do we have, and that all happened because of energy. Do you know how massively this universe is? It's massive. It's so massive. Even within our own galaxy, it's massive. So you're talking about the massive power and energy of the universe. Massive power. But do we even tap into 1% of that power? No, we don't. Because we keep observing what already manifested in our life, and we say that is evidence. We say that is evidence because the manifestation is showing lack because of the lack energy within us. So I always say that your true power is in the energetic space, because 99.99% of you and and this universe is all energy. This is why I am so obsessed about energy, whether it's feng shui, whether I do the readings, because the readings show me energy. Everything is about energy. It's a metaphysical. You are vibrational energetic frequency. That's what you are. And so that's why you have to start from the internal. Stop looking outside of you. Look internal. Look internal. Why do we have to shift the internal? Because we have to shift the energetic space within us. We want to raise our energetic vibrational frequency so that as we raise it, the universe shows us something different, something different, something different, something different. That's why your thoughts create your reality. And so we practice all of the energetic shifts that we can make to align with ourselves energetically, with our own energetic blueprint. And therefore, by aligning ourselves with our own energetic blueprint, we align ourselves with the energetic blueprint of the universal forces. The universe brings us, and you become a magnet to the cooperative components. That's what you want to do. You want to become a magnet. 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 Does that mean that you're not going to take action? Absolutely not. Of course, you're going to take action, but you're going to take more meaningful action. You're going to take more action that's going to actually yield results, as opposed to take action that's going to yield no results. You want action that yields results. And so I always say the essence, everybody asks me over and over, Moon, I need the love, I need the money, I need the relationship, I need better health, I need this, I need that. But you're always looking outward. You're always looking outward. But change is inside out. As you make the inner shift energetically, the universe shows you a different result, different cooperative components, different opportunities, different situations for you to encounter. And so the work is always in the inside. That's why I have lots of guided meditations as a resource for you, because meditations is training that inner world, is training the mind. And as you train the mind, you train the emotions. And then you put out a different energetic blueprint, energetic frequency. And as you put out this different energetic frequency, you elevate it, the universe meets you. So what is the most important thing that we have to shift in the inside? What is the number one thing to align ourselves, to raise that frequency? We've got to pay attention to our thoughts. That is the most important thing. That is the most important thing, is our thoughts. Does our thought truly align with the vision of the future that we want? or does it create split energy? Does it align with it or does it not align with it? Be aware of your thoughts. If you have a vision for let's say by end of this year, you says, Moon, I want to have this job at this company that I love and I want to make this much money. That's my goal by end of the year. Pay attention to your thoughts, whether you're having breakfast, whether you're in the shower, whether you're driving your car. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are your thoughts in alignment with that vision, or is it not? Is it not? Because if it's not in alignment with that vision, all you're doing is creating blocked energy within yourself. And when you create that blocked energy, you're not in alignment with the universal forces that can bring you the right people and situations and opportunities to meet that vision. Be aware of your thoughts. If it's not, so if let's say you're having and that's why I have to pay attention to my thoughts constantly. So let's say you have a thought, you say, oh yeah, you know what? I don't think I could get that job. If you have a thought like that and your vision for end of this year is to get a job at a certain company, and you all of a sudden you start to think, oh God, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get it. Thousands of people are going to apply for that job. I don't think I'm going to get it. You've got to say, pause, stop, pause that thought. Pause it. What is the one thing? What is a thought that you could say that's 1% better? 1% better than before, even 1% or 2%. We're not going to, I'm not asking you to do a quantum leap going from, oh, I don't think I could get that job to, I definitely can get that job. I'm not asking you to do this quantum leap. What I'm asking you is, can you have another thought that is even maybe 1 or 2% better than that? Which would be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't, it's okay. If I don't get that job, it means that I could get a better job, or there's a possibility to get another job that's just as good. Or it could be something like, you know what? I might not have all the skills, but I will learn it on the job, or I can learn things online. Something that makes it even 1 or 2% better. And then the next thought would be maybe 5% better. And then next thought maybe be 8% better. Next thought, 12%. So this is how you keep training. You keep training the mind. That's what's really important here. And so as you keep training and you keep focusing, what are all of the things that I could do in my life to keep training for that vision? Before you go to bed, do a mantra, write down your vision, or listen to your voice that says mantras or affirmations that train your subconscious mind to believe that you're going to get that job, to believe it, that you're going to get that job. Or when I walk my dog, I say things, I mantra. When you're doing the dishes, again, you say the things that align with that vision. Whatever you do throughout the day, whether you're taking a shower, whether you're doing the dishes, whether you're combing your hair, whether you're driving your car, you could keep affirming and allowing those thoughts that align with that vision to go into that subconscious mind. And so what happens is, as you keep repeating the thoughts that align with that vision, what's happening is your feelings follow that. The feelings. And so the feelings is the frequency that goes out to the universe. It's the feeling that goes out. And as the feeling frequency goes out to the universe, then the universe matches it. Your feeling is broadcasting a higher frequency, and then the universe comes and matches it. So anytime you stay in a stuck place where you feel lack because you don't have the money in the bank, you don't have the love in your life, you don't have the job in your life. Anytime that lack, you keep perpetuating that frequency, and the universe keeps showing you that. So what I'm saying, it's the exercise, it's a practice, it's a training of how can I'm going to pause this thought, and how can I keep affirming something that's 1% better, 2% better, 3% better? How can I keep affirming that? That's something better, and just going slowly up the ladder with those thoughts. What can I say about the situation that's 2% better, 3% better, 5% better, 10%? That is the key here. It's to pause your thoughts that do not align with that vision and say, okay, I'm going to take 1 minute or 2 minutes now to formulate another thought that is better, that is closer to that vision. That's what that is. So this is the reason why you've got to pay attention to your thoughts. That is number one. Pay attention to your thoughts. Number two, make sure to spend time each day or each week connecting, coming home to your soul, connecting to your divinity, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your infinite part of you. Why? Why is that so important? Because the infinite part of you is the part that can create and build anything. It's the ego mind. It's this mind of self-doubt, of lack of confidence, not feeling worthy. This is the mind, this mind here, all those, what we call the ego mind, the ego thoughts, are what's preventing you from really connecting to your infinite potential. You are a metaphysical being. You are a soul. This soul is a metaphysical being of infinite expansion and infinite consciousness, infinite growth, infinite possibilities. That is your essence. And if anybody tells you otherwise, I would question that. But that is your essence. When your body goes, your soul goes into that higher consciousness level where it is eternal. And it's looking to expand infinitely. That's why you come to this physical plane, to have all of these life experiences, to learn a lot of things and have these experiences for lessons for the eternal expansion and growth of your soul. So in order for you to become a powerful manifester of your life, you've got to connect with that part of you that is infinite, the part of you that is abundant, the part of you that is no limit, the part of you that is infinite possibilities, right? Because if you have a vision for you want, and as you keep connecting to that, you're freeing energy. You're freeing energy. And when you free energy, all those things that the universe has for you comes in. You become like a magnet because there's no resistance. There's no wall up. There's no blocked energy. So connecting with your higher self, even if it's 15 minutes per day, 10 minutes per day, maybe every week for an hour, what can you do? What are the activities that you can do to truly connect with your higher self, connect with your divinity, connect with your infinite possibility? And one of the great things that I've seen in my life and in many people's lives is spending time with nature. Spending time with nature is a wonderful way to do that. Why? Why is it that when you spend time with nature, you can truly, truly connect with your higher self, your infinite part of it? Because nature is only in the presence and the power of now. Nature knows how to live in presence without judgment. It knows how to be, not try to be. Humans try to be. They're not being. Nature just is. And it is in an infinitely wise, compassionate way. Nature never judges. Does nature ever judge, saying that, oh, the rain comes and all my leaves fall, that this is bad? No, nature doesn't do that. Does nature ever say that, oh, when the sun shines, does the nature go, is the nature judging when things happen, that tornadoes or hurricanes or does nature ever judge? No. It's in its essence. That's the beauty of nature. That's why when you spend time with nature, you are connecting to that part of you that's infinite, the presence of now, the power of now. That power of now is so powerful because when you live in this present moment, you are shifting your energetic frequency. Because this is the only moment that you can ever change your frequency. You can't change it in the future. You can't change it in the past. There's no way to possibility change it in the past or the future. You can only ever do it in the now. And when your soul reaches that higher consciousness level, or your mind reaches that higher consciousness level, time stands still. There's no future. There's no past. There's only ever the now. That's why there's a beautiful philosopher that says, Wittgenstein, he says, those that live in the now have eternal life. Those that live in the now have eternal life. So spending time with nature is very important for you to energetically raise your frequency. So that's number 2. Number 1 is pay attention to your thoughts and pause the thoughts that do not align with your vision and come up with a better thought, even if it's 2 or 3% better, and keep improving those. Number 2, connect with your divinity. Connect with your higher self. Spend some time, even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. Come home to your soul. Number 2, so that you could be in the presence of your higher self, your divinity, which is infinite possibilities. Number 3, this one is a little bit harder, I think, is judging. Judging yourself and judging others. Now, there's a difference between judging and discerning. Judging is when, when you see something and you start judging that person about, oh, that person is jealous, or that person is jealous of me, or that person is this, that person isn't good enough, that person is this. It's all judging. And that projection of judging is really revealing a lack in you, especially if we're judging in a negative way. If you're judging in a positive way, then that's different. But if you're judging others in a negative way, that's a reflection on what's going on in you. There's a low frequency in you. That's why there's a projection there. Now, that's different, very different. So what happens is when you judge others, what's happening is the universe is saying to you that you have something within yourself that's low frequency that needs to be released. Because if it wasn't there, if that low frequency wasn't there, you wouldn't judge others. Have you noticed that people who are extremely happy, they don't judge others? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the people who are the most unhappy judge others? And the reason why this judging can be a low frequency is because what happens is because it's a reflection of that low frequency energy that you're holding on to. And that low frequency energy is what the universe then keeps showing you, right? So that means you're not building, you're not creating, you're not manifesting that high frequency vision. That's what that is. Now, that's a different from being discerning. Discerning is very, very important from judging. Discerning is to say, I see this situation and I'm going to make a mindful decision about whether I'm involved whether it's about the choices that you make by observing the things around you, how people behave, how the situation is going, right? So if you have somebody in front of you that's negative, you don't have to judge them, but you can say, you could be discerning and say, this is not the type of person that I want to be around. You see the difference between judging and discerning? There's a big difference here. You're not going to say, you know what, because that person is behaving negatively, I'm going to send them blessings from afar so that that person could be on their higher vibrational frequency path, because they're actually, it's really, the Buddhists call it ignorance. That's all it is. They're ignorant. That's why they're behaving that way. But I am going to choose not to be around that person. That is discerning. You see the difference? You see the difference? So the discernment is what you need, not the judging, the discernment, the discernment. And so I would say that those are the three main things to really start to manifest your dream life. What's going to happen at first is, as you start doing this practice and this work, you're going to see small things happen that are better in your life. Maybe you'll find more green lights. Maybe you'll find parking spaces where there's no parking ever. Maybe you'll get, a check in the mail from the government for $50. You start seeing small things happen, small things. And as you keep doing this work and you keep practicing, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So your wealth, you have every single resources within yourself, regardless of where you are in your life. Regardless, if you are the poorest of the poor, you have those internal resources already available to you. Whatever your physical manifestation is now, your greatest wealth is not out in your physical manifestation, it's within you. That is the reason why when you see people who are massively successful in life, they said 90% of the people in the US who are multimillionaires, they did not inherit their money. So what does that mean? Does it mean that their wealth was outside of them? Or does it mean that their wealth was inside of them? It was within themselves. They made that money. They made that success because of their internal world. So I always say that if an investor, let's say I'm an investor and I decide to invest, there's two entrepreneurs here. Entrepreneur A, I give that person $1 million, and entrepreneur A can turn it into $10 million. I give the same money, $1 million, to entrepreneur B, and that entrepreneur B with the same resources will turn it into $0. And you see this in the investment world all the time, where investors have betted on the wrong person or the wrong team and gave them the exact same resources. In some cases, they gave this entrepreneur even more resources and they turned it into $0. Whereas they gave another entrepreneur the same resources and turned it into huge profits. So it's not about what you have in the bank account, what has already manifested. Don't make it about that. Make it about where your internal world is. What resources are you going to go in and deepen and bring up? Your creativity, your genius, your unique gifts and talents that God has bestowed upon you. That's where your true wealth is. It's internal. And when you tap into that amazing wealth within you, whoa, there is no stopping you. whatever this, because the universe is going to show you, you're going to always be at the right place at the right time, meeting the right situations, meeting the right people, having the right opportunities just come to you. Doesn't mean that you're not going to take action, but whatever it's action that you take is going to become more inspired action. You want inspired action. You don't want to just take action and hope that something's going to stick. You want inspired action. Okay, so those are the three things to remember. Be aware of your thoughts. Does it align with my vision? If it doesn't, pause. Come up with better thoughts and keep coming with thoughts that are better and better and better that align with that vision. Number 2, spend time being connected to your soul, to your higher self. And nature is a wonderful way to do that because your higher self is the infinite part of you where there's infinite possibilities. We're talking about the quantum field. That's number 2. Number 3, refrain from judging others in a negative way. However, be discerning. Be absolutely discerning. That is very important because you don't want to make bad decisions in your life, right? You want to make better decisions. So you could be discerning, but not judging. Okay, so those are the 3 things. It's all within you. It's all energetics. You want to broadcast a higher frequency so that the universe will meet you there. The universe will meet you. If you're here, the universe is going to meet you here. If you're here, the universe is going to meet you here. So what you got to do is if you're here and your vision is here, you've got to do this. And that's all internal work. All of that is internal work. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for this session. I am deeply, deeply honored. And I hope that I have inspired you in just even if it's 1%, 2% way to know that you have all of the resources within you. And my job here is to reveal it for you, is to show you, is to guide you to your own power, to your own possibilities. That is my job here. This is why God has placed me here, to do this higher purpose work for your expansion and growth. This is my higher purpose, and this is why I come on. So again, like I said, no more I Ching, Oracle, or tarot readings because I felt very strongly because there's scammers out there who are pretending to be me, coming to you, offering private messages for reading, for money. They're looking for money. And I never do private readings. I never ask you money to do, ask you for money to put out this information. Never do I do that. So just be aware of that. Okay, thank you so much. I am deeply grateful. I'm going to come on, try to come in every week, talk about a different topic that is going to be helpful for you to make transformations in your life that is powerful. Because I know you are a perfect image of God. Nobody is better than anybody in this physical plane, in this planet. Nobody. You have your own unique gifts and talents. And my job is to reveal them for you. Okay, everyone. So again, I just want to remind you of my 69 Moons herbs based on traditional Chinese medicine, Yu Ping Fang San to help your immunity, Xiao Yao San to help focus and calm your mind. These are wonderful formulas based on traditional Chinese medicine. I take these formulas all the time myself, and you could get them at shop.yinandyangliving.com. And let's now do a closing prayer so that I can send you some blessings. Okay. Dear God, angels, spirit guides, and masters, divine creator, thank you so much for allowing us to open this amazing sacred space. Thank you for these beautiful, beautiful souls here. We are deeply grateful that we can send these messages to these wonderful souls to show them their infinite potential, their power, their ways to lift their life up to the vision and line their energetic frequency to the vision that they have. I ask you to continue to bless all of these beautiful souls and show them to their soul's path and journey, to their talents, their gifts, their inner resources, so that they may truly, truly step up into a better life for themselves in whatever situations that they are. We know that you are continuing to watch over them, continuing to guide them, continuing to protect them, continuing to show them to their infinite potential and their higher self, continuing to be there for them, to protect them in any way that they need, and to allow them to truly tap into their divinity, their soul, their higher purpose, their beautiful, unique talents and gifts that you have uniquely bestowed upon each and every one of them. So thank you so much for these beautiful, beautiful live sessions. And thank you so much for your unconditional love always. Namaste. And so it is. Many blessings. Okay, I'll see you soon again.